There have been a litany of bad takes on the less than 2-minute trailer from the Duchess of Sussex promoting her new Netflix show, With Love, Meghan. But I want to talk about this one accusation, this moniker that's been given to the Duchess of Sussex, and that's the label of tradwife, which Meghan was also labeled back in April of 2024 after little bottles of jam were sent out to her closest friends. The media lost their ever-loving minds over jam. Jam! Meghan Markle is not a tradwife for making jam or having a cooking show. And pieces like this one require you to completely ignore everything that has come before for the Duchess of Sussex. This is a 2018 piece from the BBC, Meghan Markle, the wellness guru she could have been, in which the author discusses that Meghan Markle has not been waiting her entire life for a prince to appear. She was on a hit TV show, she had a very successful blog called The Tig, and philanthropic work that she was passionate about. Did marrying Prince Harry raise her profile? Yes, it did. Did marrying Prince Harry require her to give up everything that she had worked on and worked for? Yes, it did. Often we don't talk about what women give up to marry into the royal family because what could be better than marrying a prince? What could be better? Well, there are trade-offs, and there are things that women like Meghan had to sacrifice in order to be with someone that they love. The concept, though, that anything could be better than marrying a prince, that there is another kind of fairy tale out there, that kind of ruins the facade. Meghan was part of a rising movement of health and wellness gurus online. Chances are she could have eventually expanded the brand into e-commerce, similar to what Gwyneth Paltrow has done with Goop, and probably had a TV show years ago. But I can't think of a time where Gwyneth Paltrow has been labeled a tradwife for what she does. The phrase tradwife is low-hanging fruit to get some good SEO along with Meghan Markle's name to hopefully get more clicks and have more people see your piece and subscribe to your paper. And it's frustrating to see these kind of mental gymnastics employed by reputable outlets like the Times UK and last year The Guardian in these opinion pieces. Tradwife is short for traditional wife. It is a woman who chooses to be a homemaker and embodies traditional gender roles that are often wrapped up in alt-right conservative policies. Accounts like Ballerina Farm and others have become increasingly popular over the past couple of years because they promote a lifestyle that, unfortunately, to some people seems easier than the alternative, which is women have to have jobs and they still have to have the full responsibility of taking care of children. And weren't things easier when there was a division of gender roles? No, it was not. Before women got the right to own a credit card, lease an apartment, get a divorce, their only option was in many cases to become a homemaker. There's a reason there were so many women that were prescribed drugs during this time to just keep them going. Part of the backlash to feminism is the fact that we do not have the societal safety nets in place or the structures to support women who want to both have a job and have children. So the backlash is at women who are advocating for the option to choose. It's not feminism that's making life harder for women. It's wage stagnation, a lack of a federal paid maternity and paternity leave, the cost of birthing a child, the cost of daycare. You see someone in a ball gown making homemade Pop-Tarts, yeah, it seems like that would be a nicer way to live. But again, it's wrapped up in these conservative policies that want to see more traditional homes. So when this piece says, quote, in With Love Meghan trailer, we see the Duchess picking berries, decorating a sponge cake, arranging flowers, and labeling homemade candles. If you think that all sounds a little Stepfordy for a self-identified and vocal feminist, then you wouldn't be wrong. Except you would. Because Meghan Markle has been building a health and wellness and lifestyle brand for years. That was only put on hold when she married Prince Harry and became a working royal. She's not doing it for her husband and to reinforce gender roles. It's one of her careers. But it is this narrow view of what it means to be a feminist. And the weirdly incessant nature of, in particular, the British media, to paint Meghan Markle as a hypocrite when it comes to her own self-identified feminism, that is so persistent and weird. It's weird. Meghan's hypocritical feminism was also one of the anchors to this piece, which if you have followed me for a while, you know this is my Roman Empire, and I will never let this piece go because of the danger it put marginalized women who had just survived a preventable fire where they lost their homes and in some cases friends and family, should promote a certain trope about Muslim individuals. Anyway, moving on. One of the things that this article tried to do is paint Meghan Markle as a hypocrite for her feminist beliefs based on what one of the imams at the Al-Manar Mosque had said related to rules and tenets that need to be followed in the Quran by women. It is too long for me to get into in this video. I've made videos on this, though. You can also go to my Substack to read about it. It's a whole thing. And why even the focus on painting Meghan Markle as not a real feminist? Well, for starters, being a feminist in a inherently anti-feminist institution, being sovereigns that are queens does not make an institution feminist. Them's just the rules. Even Queen Victoria was like, should have been a dude, but here I am. Something along those lines. So there's that piece of it. It's the wokey McWokerson of it all. Other thing is that it adds to this narrative that the British media has concocted about Meghan Markle. And that is that Meghan and Harry are hypocrites. They're liars, especially Meghan. Hypocritical with their concerns about the environment. Hypocritical about her feminism. When there has been an overwhelming number of pieces about everything you have ever said and done and how it's a lie, whether it's true or not, that is going to stick to a person. So it then becomes just another thing that Meghan would lie about. As the show airs, I think we are going to start seeing more and more pieces labeling Meghan as a tradwife. But until she states in an episode that she doesn't feel like she should be working or starts pushing for regressive policies, she's not a tradwife. And having a cooking and lifestyle show does not make someone a tradwife. Get ready, the show airs on January 15th, so there is much more to come.